The universe describes ways that it will test you because it's trying to see if you're really made of it. Or are you going to tuck your tail and go back home? Or are you going to fight the good fight? I'm so unconcerned.
When you're getting into finding yourself, you start to realize you're like, I actually really don't want this. Hey guys, welcome back to your favorite podcast, Full Coverage with your hosts, Manny MUA and
Laura Lean with it, rock with it.
Hey. And we are back again with a special guest, our divalicious diva down, Ms. Valeloren.
Oh my God, your first Puerto Rican on the potty?
Our first mommy.
Guys, I'm not J-Lo, I promise.
We're so excited to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God, we're super. Okay, you guys, Val is like one of our divas. Like she's over for Drag Race nights.
Yeah. She's one of the dolls.
You know when you're at Drag Race, it's real.
Yeah.
That's really serious.
My drag parents taught me well, honey.
Put that mic in your mouth.
There we go, yo.
Okay, by the end of it's gonna be down my throat.
I know. It will.
It
Trust
will.
mine's covered in lipstick. So always like,
Yeah. But no, we love it. We love having you, and we love having you here. Thank you so much for coming on.
I'm
we
so excited.
are so excited. She's actually has some news.
Guys,
wait, we have to intro our guests because we get in trouble. They'll be like, bitch,
You're
what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Val is an influencer, originally a Floridian influencer. She's from Florida, and she moved to LA a couple years ago, and she's been influencing in LA, and she does fashion, blogger. She specifically loves working with Dior.
Specifically.
Products too, sometimes.
Prada. She did fashion with Prada. She does a lot of the fashion, a lot of the beauty. She has a really beautiful page. You guys be sure to check her out. We'll have all of her stuff linked in the description box. But she's also been just one of our close friends. You probably have seen her on some of our social media and some of our stories. And we thought it'd be so fun for you guys to get to know her. She has some news. She's going to be sharing.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yes.
I feel like I'm like y'all's kid.
Yes.
No, literally, you're like a little baby.
Fully adopted me and like taught me
We
the
did.
ways.
We took you in.
Literally
We're
in this
come on.
fierce LA streets, honey.
Oh, child.
When I tell you they taught me the ways.
Yeah.
I'm going back to like Miami and the new like influencer scene.
Yeah.
No one will cross me, honey.
No,
Nope,
honey.
You've been
Now,
in the LA streets.
after LA, the things you've seen, the things you've been through,
Girl.
ain't nothing gonna get you like that.
I felt a responsibility to kind of take you under my wing because I too was someone who moved here without knowing the ways of the LA streets, and they are quite fierce, as some would say.
Also very young.
Very
at a young
young,
age. I was
yes.
25, so I was still like, my frontal lobe was not developed, or any other lobe was not developed.
Yeah.
Until moving to LA. It really gathered me really quick.
It will gather you, it will grow you up really quick, and you'll learn a lot of lessons really quick. And I saw that happening, and so I was like, "Oh, Lord Jesus, I'm
Honey,
gonna
come
have to
here.
You're like,
come
come
on,
on.
baby, come on."
I'm like, Mommy, Daddy.
It's that little monkey, that monkey meme that's like this.
And I fully jumped.
Yeah.
And like,
She said, "Say less."
no, honestly,
literally was.
I'm so grateful because obviously, like, someone that has been doing it for like 10 years, seeing you guys like when I was like a child to now, it's just like amazing. I'm like, wow, they're
I love
actually
it.
like really cool and like my besties.
You're like, wait, I actually really like them in person.
Yeah, they're great.
Not just online.
Right.
Oh, I love it. You do have news to share with the
I do
guys.
have
Hit us with a pick or pit, whatever you want to start.
Okay,
Yes.
guys, when I tell you this has been like, I've been dying to do this segment because my favorite. So my peak is that we bought a home, me and my husband.
Sickening.
Super exciting, and like buying a home at any age is super stressful, just because it's just like,
It's scary. Buying home is scary.
yeah, it's such a big decision, right? And when you're gonna spend the rest of your life for a couple of years, whether it's like moving to a new like city or like starting a family. I'm also moving to Florida, which is something that it's just crazy to think about. I feel like I just moved here. So I'm ready to go back to family and like Disney's
How long,
right
how
there.
long were you in LA? When did you move here?
So I moved in 2021, right after the pandemic. I feel like everyone at that point was like career shifting, like
100%.
the world was
They were.
over, like what do you do? Identity crisis. And for me and my husband, it was like, it's now or never.
For sure.
So
And-
why did you guys want to move to LA? For influencing, right?
Well, yeah, like my husband like supported my career, but I was doing it like, part-time. I was a makeup artist and the influencer scene was in Miami, but it's never what it is now.
Right.
So he was like, we'll sell everything, our cars, our dog even.
Talk about his job that he was his barbershop.
Oh,
Yeah, he was a salon owner for like almost 10 years. So at that point, he
Wow.
was cooked, honey.
Yeah.
He's
He
like,
was
my back
I'm
hurts,
tired.
Yeah.
my arms hurt. He was like, I'm ready to like help you pursue your dream, which is so selfless in
I
a
love
couple.
that.
So for that, I'm always thankful for him. So moved to LA with management. Shortly after 2 months, they dropped me, girl.
No.
Yep.
They did. That's the real guy.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't even know that myself.
It's crazy.
I'm like,
Bitch,
Val,
what?
let me speak to you.
No. Let me tell your story.
We've talked about these things many times, so
go ahead.
I'll say, and I want her to hit because I think her story is really cool.
Oh,
so
thank
I'm like,
you.
yeah, you got to tell the people. Like, imagine, leaving everything and moving across the country. I know what that's like. And then your security blanket is kind of like your management
Ripped.
because they are like the mothers of your career and they help your career
Absolutely.
grow and blossom. And they're also secure your income. So, where you get your brand deals from. And then how quick was it you moved out here?
I moved here within a month. We're like packing our stuff,
Yeah.
moving out. We
And
came
then-
with like $500 in our account.
Yeah.
Because mind you, like I wasn't where I was now. Back then, I was still like really young, getting established. But like a cross country move is really expensive.
Yeah.
Oh.
Selling our home, selling our business, but you need that money for like first and last. Rent in LA is like 3 times as much as Florida rent.
Yeah.
So all my money was like gone in like 3 business
Seconds.
days.
Anyway,
So starting over from zero was really
When
crazy.
did your management draw or you split ways from your management?
It was literally like 3 months after.
3
I moved.
months into it.
Girl, the chaos and like having to tell my family that didn't agree with this decision to move here. And like a Latina household is very like, you're staying here till you.
or you made
Die.
it. You
Yeah.
stay it. You stay.
You
till
don't
you
leave
make it.
family. How dare
Yeah.
you? Familia, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was like, actually, like, I need to go.
I want to go.
She said she was coming here for 1 year.
Child, isn't too long.
4 years later.
4 years
No.
later, she's still here.
Touching on that really quick, living in LA is such a like a crazy thing. Like the lifestyle here, like opportunities is crazy
Compared.
compared to a small town in Florida. I will not speak the name.
You know, you're like this.
No, but at that moment when my management dropped me, it's almost one of those things that like an underdog story where like either you like figure it out or
you
you
move
like
back.
go back home with your tail between your legs, honey.
I feel like anytime you make like a really big, scary move in life,
You're
the
gonna have
universe,
adversity.
God, whatever you
Yeah.
believe in, I think it tests you. I think
Yes.
something always happens where shit, like this guy like quit his job to start his own career and his house burned down. Like,
Oh,
I mean, I
yep.
read that story in a self-help book, but like the universe describes ways that it will test you because it's trying to see if you're really made of it. Or are you going to tuck your tail and go back home? Or are you going to fight the good fight? And I feel
Yeah.
like you parting ways with your management, 2 months out
It
here.
happened for a reason.
Yeah.
Literally. And it's
Resilience.
Resilience.
like, how boring would it be to not have like adversity in your journey?
Oh,
Like, truly.
It's true.
Because then when you tell the story, people are like, what? How? I'm like,
Well, how
I
would you
did
appreciate
that.
the good
Yeah.
part?
Exactly.
Yeah.
How are you gonna appreciate the good when you don't experience any of the bad?
And then it's one of those things where like when you're moving somewhere new, you with anything, you have like a plan in your head that's going to be executed and then it happens completely different. Now my husband has like an agency now and it's like, what?
Yeah.
From a barber to a talent manager,
Yeah.
like that's crazy. So honestly, like I owe so much to LA
Yeah.
for the opportunities and the adversity, the battles fought
the battles fought
the
and
battles.
won.
and won.
And lost at
And
times.
lost. So honestly,
lost.
like definitely bittersweet. Wait, was that my peak? Am I still on my peak?
Yeah, but we trail all the time.
Yes, but your peak is you bought a house. I mean,
Yes, and that's crazy, and that's
Yeah,
amazing.
big accomplishment.
So they're making the move back to Florida, right?
Yep.
That's
And
quite
literally
cool.
like 3 days. Like it's just unreal. Like
It's crazy how fast it happened. Honestly, I thought you were gonna be here for months.
when I told
longer.
you guys, I'm like, hey, it's gonna be like an 8-month process.
No, she did. She was
and then,
like, "I'm
and then
moving
she
in 8
goes,
months."
I'm moving next week.
We gagged.
Yeah.
We gagged. She
I was
goes
really-
and gagged the girls.
I'm already blocked, you guys. They already blocked me. It's fine.
Yeah, I was like, "This is
blocked
our last
her
on
hurrah.
all
It's our
social-
last
yeah.
hurrah."
Yeah, it had to
Yeah.
happen. I get it.
Already
I
blocked her on
understand.
TikTok.
I understand. As you should.
Yeah. What about you? What's your peak?
I'll do my pit.
Oh, pit. Yes.
'Cause I
your
wanna
pit.
do a
Oh yeah,
conjoined
combined.
peak
Yep.
with
Yep.
you.
Yep.
My pit is one of my peaks is that it rained in LA.
Oh.
Thank God.
Honey.
God bless
God
the
answers
sinners.
prayers, honey.
Ooh, God
has
bless us.
blessed the
He blessed us
sinners.
well.
Yes,
He loves
did.
LA, by the way.
He loves
All the
LA.
Can I
people
just
that-
say,
yeah.
those comments about God not living in LA,
Lies.
I was about to take out my Bible and preach, girl.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's literally
People are
lies.
insane.
I
How can
know.
you say that?
I know.
So what are you gonna say about this rain, honey? What about us sinners now? What are you gonna say about
Honey,
the rain?
wet and thriving.
Uh-huh.
Honey, you think God made a mistake? No,
He
no,
doesn't.
no. They're gonna say God was crying.
But he's like,
He's like, it's fine. I still love him.
Listen, it rained. God bless America. God bless the sweet state of California. However, my house started leaking.
I saw that on your
Literally,
story.
it's like-
Lord.
It doesn't stop.
But let me tell you something. I'll take the rain every day, inside, outside of my house. As
Yeah.
long as it rains, I'm not complaining. I'm just. I was so happy to see the rain. And 2 years ago, it started, and it's not like it's pouring in our house. It's a drip, but it's a constant drip, and it's
Yeah.
all in our walls and our
No.
ceiling, so it's causing a lot of water damage. Obviously, it's a problem. So 2 years ago, this happened, and we called a guy out there, like a contractor, and he you have to look at it when it's not raining.
Correct.
They won't come out while it's raining. So he came and he was like, it might be the chimney. He's like, I don't know. So he sealed off around the chimney and he was like, it never rains here is the problem.
So you can't find it easily. It's like
That's
harder
true.
to find.
You know what I mean? Because like it hasn't rained in almost a year here. So and the last time it rained here, it has to like downpour for it to
Like
leak.
mudslides even.
To make it,
Yeah,
do a mudslide
yeah.
to make
so
a
it's
difference.
been forever. And it just hasn't really rained here, and it rained, so it started raining again in the house. So we're like, shit, that didn't fix the job. Also, Tyna's dad, because we were like, one time it rained here, and he looked at our balcony, which is above where it's raining, in our house, like it's above our balcony from my bedroom. So his dad was like, let's seal off the surrounding border of your balcony in case it's like leaking through. So they did that. Still raining in the house. So Sierra's man Jonathan DMs me because I showed it on my
He's
story.
like, girl.
He goes, girl. He didn't say that.
I'm like, he did say that. For the record.
Girl.
He was like, if you have any broken tiles on your roof, it will cause a leak. He's like, that's what happened to us and we got it fixed. So I was like, damn, my roof is shingle, not tiled. But I was like, my balcony is tiled. So then I go up on the balcony. I found a little crack. And I was like, is this it? I don't know. But then as I stepped my Ugg boot down on the tile, I noticed water went like
squished
squish.
down.
Squished
It
down.
That's
squished. And a
crazy.
tile does not squish.
Honey, something ain't right.
So I said, oh my God, this is it. So technically, Jonathan, after all these years, he led
knew.
me
Uh-huh.
to the
The problem.
correct direction
To
of
the
the
promised
problem.
land.
I should DM him back and be like, dude, it was tiles. So we got a contractor that came out and he was like, it is 1,000% this tile up here. He was like, whoever did this, they skipped so many steps. He said, because when you do a balcony, you seal it off waterproof underneath the tile work. So if a tile breaks or cracks, your house doesn't leak, right? He was like, they skipped that step. And he said, these are indoor tiles on your outside. And I said, I know that because I had already paid to replace all the tiles on my front and back porch. And the bill, so we spent thousands on our bathroom model, immediately went into redoing the tiles, spent thousands on that. And my designer was like, girl, we should redo the balcony. And I'm like, no.
It's too much.
I was like, it's too much, bitch. I'm gonna go broke changing all these damn tiles. I was like, I can't do it. I said, it's too much, Sandy. I said, no one sees my balcony. I'm not gonna redo the balcony. And now look at me. We got to retile the whole balcony, and that don't count.
Plus the water
That's
damage.
Plus the water damage inside my house.
Might as well remodel again, sister.
Girl, I'm just gonna
Go on
gut. I'm
Pinterest.
gonna just gut the whole house.
Got the whole thing.
I'm
Let's
gonna start
let's
over.
start again.
Tear it down. I'm just kidding. No, but now I have to get my balcony redone and replace inside my pantry and above my
Oh my
kitchen
God.
table.
See, homeowner problems.
Child,
Girl,
you
they're
want to
fierce.
rant.
Oh, you know.
The
And
problems
you're
will
gonna
find
know.
you.
Oh,
yes,
but they will.
Yeah.
But
And
they
it's
will.
things you would never really know that was a problem that you would never even deal with. You're like, why the fuck am I dealing with this problem? This is
Literally.
crazy.
It's and the most inconvenient stuff all the
and
time.
like things that you're like, girl, why is this me?
The house is like, well, you wanted me.
Yeah, that's
Here
exactly
you go.
what my house
I had to
is
cut down
right
a
now.
I had to cut down one of like the biggest branches that was like rubbing against like my roof that was like the shingles were coming off
That's
because the
insane.
tree, so I had to cut off the whole
It's
section
the
of the tree.
crazy
Stop going.
shit.
Literally, I have a
Yeah.
fucking bee swarm in front of my house,
Oh,
and that I'm
no.
like
Yep, I
having
saw
a
that on your
box
story.
built for it to get them out of it. Like you have to build a box for it, and like so they can
they're
go somewhere.
endangered.
It's too much.
So now it's like the box is being built,
It's
and
too
I'm paying for
much.
that, and I'm like, why the?
We're also replacing all of our pool towels. Y'all remember I busted my ass this
Oh, yeah.
summer? We're
Maybe
have
that
to
leg?
replace them.
Oh my
That
God.
leg?
Yep,
God.
I remember that leg.
Weeks. Child.
Uh-huh.
You always go through the worst.
I do,
Mhm.
man.
Some bullshit too, and it's things that
You
you're
know
like,
what?
girl,
One thing about Laura, she got some sturdy legs.
Woo!
Oh.
And like falling
Steel.
down the driveway
steel in there.
What time?
with the scooter girl.
Oh.
I remember I saw her on Instagram like this. She's like, broke my leg.
And she like all scraped like this.
You okay?
I was so gagged. She's like, by the way, I fell yesterday.
Yeah.
Really bad. And I
I'm
was
like, if
what do
she's
you
doing
mean?
a story on TikTok, she's well.
Yeah, she's okay.
yeah.
She's
Don't have to
alive.
worry.
Good.
Uh-huh.
Y'all know I'm tough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
no,
are. You are
honestly.
tough.
I
You're
am.
tough.
I am. It's hard to get
Yeah,
me down.
and I feel like you have like a high pain tolerance even
I
too.
do.
Yeah.
I do. It's hard to get me down.
It'll have to be like broken in half to then maybe call
Yes,
her.
bones out.
And even
Bones
then, maybe a
out.
Tylenol.
Maybe.
Maybe a
No
Tylenol.
A little
Tylenol.
catnap?
No Tylenol.
Yeah, and not
No
even that.
Tylenol.
Barely a catnap. Like she's like, I'll be fine.
I'll be
Rub some
fine.
dirt in it. I'll be
I'm
good.
fine.
That's literally you.
So, yeah, I'll update you guys on how that project goes, but
Horrific.
it's not good. Turns out it's going to cost a lot.
And it's going to take a lot of time.
Ooh, a
rentals
lot of
take
time.
forever.
Construction in the house.
Another reason
Kill
I
me.
remember why I told them not to do my balcony, because we just finished 6 months of construction in my bathroom, me being kicked out of my bedroom, and that is my bedroom again. So I was just like, hell.
And when you work from home, it's so inconvenient. Like, you film in every corner of your house.
I was having to escape and leave every day.
And it's so loud.
Yeah.
It's
oh my God, that
so
part.
loud.
And we work from home, and I'm like,
it's dirty, it's messy, it's loud. I've always said, people, if you remodel, if you can try not to live there in the remodel, like if you buy a house and remodel, try not, like, let them do it, and because it's hell to live in. Thank you to Shopify for sponsoring this episode of Full Coverage. That's the sound you'll hear when you switch your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling wherever you sell, whether it's online, in person, or on social media and beyond.
You guys, Shopify is the best all-in-one commerce platform capable of handling your business complexity no matter how big you grow. You guys, me and Laura love Shopify.
Yes, we do.
We both use it for Minimum LA and for Lunar Beauty. We're massive fans, and we actually use it for our sites, and we think it's such an amazingly intuitive site. And honestly, we're not like tech girlies like that, but the fact that we can maneuver it, we can get through Shopify says so much about how easy the migration on that app is.
And you may be thinking it's going to be such a headache to migrate your business over to Shopify, but they have these migration apps which make it so easy to get your products, orders, customers, everything shifted over from any major e-commerce platform to Shopify.
Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/full coverage, all lowercase. That's 1 month for just $1 at shopify.com/full coverage, shopify.com/full coverage. Thank you so much to Adam and Eve for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage, you guys. I think it's time to make this Valentine's Day one that you will absolutely never forget. And we actually have this sickening deal with adamandeve.com/full. And you can pick any 4 toys for just $20. And it's absolutely freaking amazing because you can kind of find anything on that site when it comes to sexy time.
That is absolutely the best deal that they have ever offered. So, baby, anything Valentine's that you want, you can get it at Adam and Eve. So this is a limited time offer. Again, that is 4 sex toys while the supplies last. So be sure and take advantage of it because they have something for everyone. 4 toys for $20. That's literally saving up to $175 with this exclusive offer. And if you want to be sneaky with it, you know, all their packages come in discreet packaging, so your neighbors don't have to know.
They have no idea what's going on over there. All you have to do is go to adamandeve.com/full, and it's the only way to get this offer.
Absolutely not.
It's horrible. My pit is just like a funny one that I was just like, why the fuck? Why me? So the other day, it was literally 2 days ago, I ordered Instacart. Like I was like, I'm gonna order.
Wait, I cannot wait to hear this
I ordered
story.
Instacart and I was like, I'm just gonna order like some things and like
Groceries.
just get it because it was literally like my day. I was like, I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'm literally just gonna be home. I want to veg out. I look like fucking shit. I hadn't even showered that day. I literally was like, I'm just gonna Instacart like literally like cereal, milk, like just chill necessities I can just like grub on, right? Little chill things. Baby, let me tell you something. So it goes delivered. I'm like, okay, I go outside. There's nothing there. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Where'd it get delivered to? The last time I Instacarted was to Laura's house. So it got sent to Laura's house.
Laura gets Fruity Pebbles.
And I literally am like,
toothpaste.
where's my Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Lucky Charms? So then I literally am like, mother. I literally like start raging out and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So I literally drive over to Laura's house.
So you drove to Laura's?
Yes, I drove to Laura's house. There was a bunch of random stuff. I was like,
I
need all these random things. So I was like, I went, picked up my bag and I sent Laura a message. I was like, if you see a random gay man outside your house in the mirror or in the thing,
I
in
would
the camera,
call the police immediately.
She's like, male outside.
I'm a male. He's in a sweater and a hat. Yeah. And I was really like, so then I get into the car. I'm driving away, and I'm literally like, fuck.
Was it raining? Was it raining that day? For cereal?
It was a raining day. Yeah, it was a raining day.
He risked his life for cereal.
I was like, motherfucker. So I'm driving back home. I look at my bags. I'm like, oh, am I good?
You're like, I have everything. Laura didn't take anything.
No milk.
All cereal, no milk.
All cereal,
they left
no milk.
the milk out. Child.
At that point,
or like a moment of silence.
We're like, that's a big loss.
That is. What are you
then-
gonna do
so
with
now-
all
You
that cereal?
drove to get it.
I drove to get it.
It could have waited. It could have
Baby.
waited for the next day.
So then I literally am like, oh my God. So now I have to drive off and go to Amazon Fresh to go get my fucking
A 3-hour
milk.
adventure.
I
A
know.
3-hour adventure from my one Instacart. I go into the thing and I'm literally like this, like,
Sorry, we're out of milk.
Where's my fucking lactate? The last one in the whole thing. I got the last one.
So did you eat it when you get home?
I like lactate.
Did you have your cereal?
I'm not lactose intolerant. I sure fucking did. I had 2 bowls just to make up for it. I literally was like, Lord, they forgot the fucking milk. Now I'm going to the fuck. It's just funny how like it went from like, I don't want to leave the house. I'm getting an Instacart order to my house to it went to Laura's. Then it went to the store.
Babes.
Do you want to know what's funny about the bag that you don't know?
What?
So, because our cameras, like we get the detection. So Ty saw the bag, not in person, on his phone. He saw the CVS bag get dropped off. And he's like, Laura, did you order something? I was like, no, it's not me. I was like, they always fuck our neighbors and our stuff up. So we just text and be like, go get your shit. So Ty, I was like, text our neighbor and tell him that we have his whatever he ordered from CVS. And Ty was like, how do you know it's his? I'm like, they always confuse with his. I was like, text him. He was like,
to the neighbors?
I am not going to text him. I'm just going to leave it out there. And he goes, whoever it is, they'll see where it was left and come get it. How right was Ty?
And you knew.
And it was him.
And it was fucking me.
Ty was spot on. He was like, I'm not going to text because when they deliver, they send a picture of it like how they're great. They'll see it's at our gate.
When I saw that was at your gate, I literally, you guys, I blacked out. I literally
You
raged.
saw the gate. I know.
My eyes went black. I'm not kidding. I was like,
no, you were so mad.
I was like, I can't believe the last time I had Instacart was at your house. And so it went to her house.
You got that sour cream for the poppy seed chicken.
It was that, and I think it was chicken for Zaya. It was literally like it was like random shit. I was like, mother.
Yeah.
So that was my pit. I literally had to leave my house twice.
That's a very icky pit.
It was just literally sick and twisted. I was so annoyed, and it's literally such a first world problem. But I was still like, I don't give a fuck. It was such an inconvenience at the time that I was like, when I didn't want to leave the house, and I was really like in my recluse era after the long weekend.
And then you had to go to 2 stops.
And I went to 2 stops. 2 looking like absolute shit.
Oh, I know that hurt.
People could have seen you, Annie.
I know they did. And my sweats, and I had like my fucking Crocs on. I know how to stop at the store. Me stopping at the store after when I literally already looked like shit was crazy.
Double homicide.
It was. I was literally apologizing to people. I'm like, I'm
Let's
so sorry.
make sure we switch the address.
So the address is now switched officially.
Good.
What's your pit?
My pit is so bittersweet, guys. It's because like I'm leaving LA, like I'm leaving like my drag parents, my community that I built here. Yep. I love like my little like shopping here by myself. My routine. I love doing my
What's your favorite thing about LA?
I gotta say, just like there's so many options to do so many things.
I know.
Like if you want just iced coffee, you can find it.
Anything.
If you want to shop like designer, like in a very like not busy area, you have it. You have like the beach. You have like just so many options where I feel like in other like states you just don't have.
You don't have it.
Yeah.
Or if you just want to feel rich for the day, drive to Rodeo. Like if you want to feel something
everything
for the
your
day.
fingertips.
Yeah, and it's just like I'm gonna miss it. I really gained my independence in LA.
100%.
You did.
As like a woman.
It's a very independent city.
It is.
Too. It is.
So that's what I'm gonna miss, honestly.
I feel like when people leave their families and like go out on their own, it's the best.
They
find out who they really are without the influence.
And that you can handle and manage things like without help.
Yep.
You know, having
you like really build who you are. So I think it's so important to at some point in your life to branch outside. While family's so important, but spend some time
away,
learning who
Move
you
to
are.
a new city.
Yeah,
try be forced to make new friends. Like, you know how hard it was for me to like coming here 4 years ago as like, someone that wasn't really in the LA scene to go to these events.
Gosh, it's tough.
When I tell you, I'd be shaking to like my whole body was just shaking. Like it was just so overwhelming. But now I can walk into a room and be like, I can scan the room now and be like,
I know you.
No, yes, maybe.
Hey, girl. Yeah, you're like this. It's true. Like that.
Can I walk?
You're like this.
Like, make way.
Yeah. That's
just like that.
4 years ago, I'd be like.
Okay, I had a different approach. When I moved to LA, I was never nervous, but I faced a ton of rejection.
Oh my God.
Because I was so front facing and like never nervous, never scared. I wanted to be friends and talk to everybody. But when you do that, you face like a lot of rejection because I was throwing myself out
who
there.
Are you?
I left many events crying, and I didn't understand. Maybe if I was like step back for a moment, it was a little more subtle. I wouldn't have faced so much rejection.
I think also being from like the South, and like it's a whole different like
you stick out like
personality. You stick out like a sore thumb, but also
out like a sore thumb.
I came into LA like so like I'm gonna be friends with everybody. Kiki.
And what you found out about that?
Listen,
the lies
the
we're
lies
told.
of the valley.
No, honestly, like I'm glad I experienced what I experienced because you learn that. And one thing about the LA beauty community that I learned is like, you go to an event, you say hi, oh my God, let's get together. Oh my God, like, I miss you. Let's get together. Like, it's so empty when it comes to relationships.
Happens. Yeah, and it never happens.
For you to form real authentic relationships here, and not only like regular life, but in the community of beauty was so challenging for me.
So it's hard in general.
So I had to learn. I didn't know what acquaintances were at that time because in Florida I was never challenged because I didn't have places to be challenged at.
Right.
So girl, I learned so much. Like my list for like a friend now and like the criteria and like
Way
what
different.
I want, deserve, need, like it's heavy. It's hefty.
Yeah.
And like I left LA with a sense of like I feel so fulfilled in like who I am as a person, as a creator, my friendships, like what I'll tolerate, don't tolerate. In the industry, not the industry. So, girl, I'm good. I feel confident.
Yeah, good.
I feel like the best version of myself, but
Yeah. You definitely have gone
It took work to get there.
it took so much work. And even having to sometimes go to events on your own, that was the worst part.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been to many
And then
events
people
alone.
like switch up on you, like one, like they'll say hi to you on an event, then not the other one, you're like, oh, what happened from
You hate
Tuesday
me?
to, what happened from
Thursday?
Elf to, I don't know, like
It's like
Nexus.
a constant game here.
It's such a
It literally is.
game.
It literally is.
And it's hard to take it personal. And that was my problem. Any look, any gesture, I'd be like, they hate me?
Yeah.
What did I do?
Oh,
What did
yeah.
I say? And like walking on eggshells all the time. Girl, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Girl.
It's tiring.
Amen.
Once you
Barely
realize
go to
like
any
your
events.
worth and like whoever's for you is for you, whether it's a brand connect, a friendship, an ally, like an industry, like you're good. You really it's not that deep.
And I also just stopped giving a fuck as much. too.
Truly.
I've been doing it for a long time. Because I care a lot less now. I feel like in the beginning, I also very much cared what people thought about me.
Totally.
Dude,
And I was very much like
I
kind
feel
of aware.
How can
like,
you not though in an industry like this and like everyone you go to an event, everyone's like eyes on everybody who's wearing this, who's hanging out with
Of
who.
course. It's like hawks. Everyone's just looking at each other in like a weird, in like a way.
And you know what's funny? Everyone's probably spiraling in their own head.
They are. No. That's
Me and
literally the
baby,
reality.
La, la,
Yeah,
la,
honestly,
la.
like I learned that from you guys. Like you have to be in LA as a creator. You have to be so unbothered.
Yes.
Girl.
That's
my,
what I learned.
My
The
big
house.
thing is like not taking stuff personal. Like if you like at this point, if you have a problem with me, you have a one-sided problem.
Truly.
Because like I'm
You
so
don't care?
unconcerned.
Yeah.
And I know I haven't done anything to anyone. And if I pissed you off, then you.
Then you're pissed. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you're pissed. Okay.
No, and you know what? I'm so happy that I learned that early in my LA journey. I
Yeah.
feel like it was very 50-50 for me.
Yeah.
Like 50 was like the struggle, getting to know people, like
Right.
finding myself. Honey, the other 2 years, you will not cross me.
Yep.
Like, no, absolutely
See?
not. And then what? The world keeps spinning.
Yep. Yep.
Exactly.
So I'm just so happy that I learned that at an early age. And like,
Yeah.
I didn't waste a lot of time on that.
Yeah.
I truly just live, love, laugh every single second here in LA.
And it's also like hard in the beginning though. It's true
Very
because like I feel like especially when you're getting into the scene, into finding yourself, you start to realize you're like, oh, I actually really don't want this, or I
Yeah.
actually really
Oh,
don't want
for
that.
sure.
And I'm like, you thought you did, but it's not really something you wanted. You just saw it for what it was, and you're like, oh, it's not actually
It's just so alluring here.
what I want. If there is a mystery, there's an
There
allure,
is.
there's a magic to LA.
And once
LA.
you're in it, and like, I feel like I came to the point going to events, I'm like, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
Like going to those big parties like White Fox, while it's super fun,
Totally.
it's so overwhelming. You don't talk to nobody, you make no connects. There's like so many different like crowds, and it's like it looks so crazy online for the people that are not in the LA
Right,
scene or the
right.
creators that probably don't live in LA. But once you're in it, you're like, this is kind of stressful.
Yeah.
Or you're kind of you're looking at it, and you're kind of like, what else?
Like-
When do we go?
We're like, can we leave in 30?
yeah, it's
Irish
very
goodbye.
that
I
for
learned
me.
Irish goodbyes in LA.
Maybe.
Okay.
Very quick.
That's
Trust
another
and
life lesson in
believe.
LA.
Gone.
You never say goodbye. You just leave.
You can't.
You
You
have to go.
cannot. You
Mm-mm.
never
You'll get
say
trapped.
goodbye. You
Yeah.
leave. You leave. You leave.
I could not agree more.
Val was
It's
with
bittersweet.
me. I don't know if you guys remember a couple months back. We were talking about that crazy Uber driver I had.
Yo.
Oh my,
She
what was
was
his
so-
name? Lino, Tino. He was.
Vic?
God,
No,
that's too generic. He's
that
special.
is. She was with
Girl,
me in the car.
she was the one in the car.
She was the one in the car. It was Bretman Rock episode. 'Cause I remember I
Yes.
showed him the footage.
Yes,
Oh,
the
you did?
footage. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We left
It
an
was her.
event, and it was like it was meant to be because it was one of those like, let's get out, let's book something quick.
Yeah.
We get in. He's like, "You ladies ready to have some fun?"
He sounded just like that.
we're
He
like-
sounded just
You're like,
like that.
sure.
He starts rapping.
Yeah, he started rapping.
We were scared for a good 10 minutes.
Yeah. and the
No,
big-
5.
Me 10. I was trying to be strong for you.
You were trying to be strong
I was
for
like,
me.
"It's fine, Laura."
Val was trying to be strong for me.
It's fine.
And you know I'll lean into anything.
Yeah. No,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
this man seems dangerous and like he's gonna kill us. Turn it up, sir.
Listen, within 30 minutes, we pulled up to Laura's house on top of the roof of this man's car.
dancing on top of the roof.
Hon, he's picking us up,
Lifting
twirling us.
Laura. Thank you so much to Progressive for sponsoring full coverage, you guys. You guys hit play on this podcast, and that was a genius choice. Let me tell you that real quick. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they have a tool called AutoQuote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quotes with rates from other companies. Why is car stuff so difficult? Like, honestly,
it is a total hassle.
It is. It's a pain. So it's nice that we have companies like Progressive that can really help with this kind of situation. I think it's absolutely genius. I've used Progressive, and I think it's such a good insurance company. I also love the commercials. I love me some Flow. I think it's such a cool company. And I love that you can actually compare rates and find the best rates for you that works for your budget.
Also, with the AutoQuote Explorer, you can save time and research and enjoy your savings because it will find that best rate for you. And they just make it so easy to try. So if you guys want to try it out or give Progressive a try, you guys can go to progressive.com and then use their AutoQuote Explorer.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Thank you to Rocket Money for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. The start of the new year is the perfect time to get organized, set goals, and prioritize what matters most, which is financial wellness, which feels more important than ever. Thanks to Rocket Money, these goals feel achievable. They show subscriptions all in one place, and they make it easy to cancel subscriptions that you might be paying for that you forgot about. They pull it all together so your spending across different accounts can be condensed down into one, and you can track all spending habits, and it can help to cut back. What's cool is also you can get alerts if one of your bills price increase. So sometimes when you're budgeting, you may not realize certain companies raise their prices for their monthly fees, but Rocket Money will send you an alert if your bills change price.
I think it's actually so genius that Rocket Money is a thing. They have literally over 5 million users who have saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/fool today. That's rocketmoney.com/fool. rocketmoney.com/fool.
The thing is, I don't know how I'm still alive.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you give me good vibes and show like we're about to be crazy, have a good time,
You're going to get feral.
Forced to join you. You know what else was feral? That boba shop opening.
The
My
guy. That was so like epic.
That was actually crazy. So last weekend, the one that just passed, was Denkis Boba's opening. It was on Saturday, and my lovely, gorgeous friends came and showed out and showed support. You guys, it was blown out. Hundreds.
I saw that line. I was like, it's giving 2018 YouTuber meetup era.
No, literally.
I got to experience it, guys. It was sickening.
It was crazy.
I loved it.
Okay, this was my idea. So the grand opening was at 12. And I was like, you know, Manny's family's going to be there. People are going to be excited to meet Manny. So I'm going to show up at 1 after the people have come, got their pictures. That was the plan, and they have flushed through. That was my idea, right? I'll just be an hour late, and that way you can meet everyone. This is your family's thing. Baby, at 1 o'clock. It was bumping harder than it ever bumped.
The line, so like they were saying like someone like was leaving and they had overheard someone and they were like, I hope this boba is worth 6 hour wait. 6 hours.
Honey, they stood with chairs, everything.
I was blown away. I could not believe the amount of support.
And you were not even expecting it to be like that.
Girl, I was not expecting it at all.
I couldn't believe it.
I was expecting like not even half of that. I literally was expecting, I was like, oh, I hope people come. Like there's a fire happening in LA or in San Diego. That was really spooky. And it was like kind of closed and it was like kind of cold and it was going to start sprinkling. And I was like, oh, well, like it's not going to be like that crazy. It'll be like really chill. Yeah. Honey.
I was thinking like an hour worth of a line.
Yeah, me too.
Like, you know what I mean? So that way we swoop in, get some boba.
Girl. Everybody worked that line, okay?
Let me tell y'all something real quick. My entire family started working.
That's a Latino. It's the Latino force, honey. They're like, what do you need us? Even if you don't want us, we will work.
I even said, I don't know how to make boba, but I'll mop the floors and wash the dishes. Put the aprons on. I was like, let me get an apron.
It got so fierce that my dad was in the back, like sealing bobas. My brother was in the back. Obviously, Nick was making bobas too.
Your mom was running around taking orders.
Yep.
Somebody on the mic. I wanted that job.
One cousin was on the mic calling out orders. One cousin was running at the front door, running the line.
Another cousin doing like raffle tickets.
The bodyguard.
The bodyguard.
Your aunt was was running the line to take pictures with you and get the ruffles,
Oh
and then
my
your other
God.
aunt, oh my God, Rita.
Yes.
Cracking.
She killed it.
Nana.
Nana.
Oh my God, you guys gotta talk about that.
Nana is that diva.
She is. Nana is that girl. I know
cute.
Nana's gonna watch her see me like this.
Everything good from Manny derives from Nana. It's true.
Is it true?
It is
Is it
true.
true? So
It
cute.
Like a
is true.
sweet literal angel.
She
I have
is that
amazing,
girl.
amazing
She was so
family.
happy to like see you guys there, right?
No, she was
I was in the
gagged.
front.
She watches every episode of Full Coverage.
A
My
true
Nana.
fan.
Her Nana.
Next
His
guest,
Nana.
next guest, Nana.
And,
Yeah, yeah.
and literally, like she is obsessed with it. So she was really excited to meet Laura. So she was
Yeah.
really absolutely
So
gagged.
cute.
But it was honestly, you guys, such a success. And I just want to say thank you to everyone in San Diego who like came to support,
Yeah.
and people that came from like the OC, people came from
Someone
LA.
flew
The girl that flew
Florida.
from
Flew
Florida.
from Florida gagged me down.
She said, "I will meet Manny."
She was like, I will be man, and I will get some of this boba.
And she did.
So like,
And so
that
she did.
support was insane. It's just something I didn't expect. So I just want to say I really, really appreciate it, and I'm really proud of like the shop that Nick created, and like that I created with him. And,
I've
like,
never seen a boba shop this cool, and I'm
Same.
not just saying
No.
that. Like, I am not just being like trying to gas it up. Seriously, it is above and beyond. And the drinks, you gotta try the chimango.
Go-
To me,
That's what we had.
that was my
chimango, you guys.
favorite. That was my favorite.
Delicious. And honestly, like when I walked in, because I'm a theme park girly through and through, I have this thing tattooed all over my back, all the parks. No, I do. So, anyways, I was like, it looks like a Star Wars theme park. I was taking pictures with the anime, like
No, literally.
No, like the light-
the machine.
Yep.
the little claw
everything
machine.
was just so well done. It totally looks like it could be franchised for real.
I couldn't agree
It
more, and
does.
hopefully that is something in the future. I think it'd be cool. Tyler thought of this cute idea that would genius if we did a full coverage drink.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, yeah,
A
we're
full
talking about
coverage
it.
drink. Yes,
Yes.
I was like, that would be a really, really cute and really cool
100%.
idea. So I'm just excited to see where it goes. Like I'm really proud, and it's like so cool to have like a family business that's like a store.
You
Somebody
guys,
can actually
this
go
is
to.
truly like family business. Like
from
at one point I just stopped and
the
I
jump.
looked around and
Yeah.
like I literally told Manny in the middle of the store, I was like, you are like the luckiest person in the world to like,
Had that much support.
I
from
didn't
your
have
family.
that, you know?
Yeah,
So I was
know.
like,
Oh, Laura.
I love you.
No, but I get what she's saying.
I
Like,
love
Yeah.
your Mexican
Yeah,
family.
I know.
Can I be in there?
No, I know.
it's like Latino family is like so they can be a little
It's different.
overwhelming at
Yes.
times, but like she said, a lot of people that may not have the support of their family to do a business, a career, like, or they might not want to do it. Simply like, no
Yeah,
thanks.
exactly.
Yeah,
I
100%.
never experienced anything like that, you know, really in my life. And I had great family members, like my mom and sister, but it was
course.
just like, you know, it seems like
different.
any endeavor y'all take on, they take it as their own. You know what I mean?
With nothing in return.
And
It's
that's
selfless.
different.
That's the
That's
thing.
Latinos,
It's selfless, and it's so crazy. And so they've given me an honorary Latina card. So
They sure have.
Yeah,
in
you're
any
one of us.
endeavor, I expect Nana to be there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Rita,
Listen, and
and,
it's so
and
funny.
Greca,
It's
and
so
Manny
funny.
Senior, and Nick, and Aaron, and
It's
everybody.
true. And it's funny because like my parents, like especially with Laura, like they are very like adopt Laura vibes. Like they are
Yes.
like
They see her as
anything
your
Laura
sister. That's
needs-
what the
no,
vibe
they
that I
really
get.
do. They really
Yes.
do. And like they love like my mom even after she was like, I just want to say again, like I just love seeing Laura and Tyler. I love seeing them. I haven't seen them in so long, and it was just so nice to catch up with them. And
Yeah.
my family sees you as family, so it's just so nice, and I'm so glad they got to meet you too, and like see my like life here, you know. And Gabriel and Z came, and it was just nice to actually have like
Yeah.
friends, and all my friends or all my family was like, it's so impressive that you have like friends from
That's what
LA.
your mom kept saying, like, wow, thank you for taking
This
care
is
of Manny.
crazy. No, literally, like, take,
that was
like
so nice
the
of
fact
her.
that you have friends
Yeah.
that would go out of their way to drive 3 hours.
Girly, that's
to
that's
Chula
the
Vista.
real tea right
That's
there.
real. That's real as fuck. So it just was like it was a big honor for me, and I was so proud to show you guys off to my family and be like, look, I have like sickening ass friends, and like, and I was proud of my family to show you guys, be like, this is my family who like literally like helped me build this, and my brother this business.
It truly is a family-owned business. So if you guys see Denkis Boba, stop by.
You guys stop by,
It's
honestly,
worth the
and
drive.
the drinks are
It is worth it.
sickening. I
Yeah.
promise you, if you go in, the drinks are so fucking fierce.
And the little rope one,
Girl, the rope one.
it should be more because of the
The
rope.
tar-
and honestly, it's funny. The main drinks that were actually sold was like that taro one.
Yeah.
The
The taro one,
chamango
yeah.
was like I think one of the biggest hits. They
Cha-
ran out of fucking frozen mango because of how
was
popular it
us?
was. It is y'all drinking 3 down. So they
Wait,
just
can we
have
talk about the
really drinks.
merch and the design?
Girl.
That's what gagged me.
It's crazy.
Girl,
it's so
he's so
good.
excited. He's so excited
the
to
little
be like
stuffed little whatever, like little
the
cat.
little,
What is it?
what are they called? Oh, it's a denki. It's like a little bear.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
The
it's like
Denkis
it's like
bear
the
logo,
Like Hello Kitty.
like
The mascot.
mascot.
Yeah.
the
of
mascot. It's like
it,
it's
yeah.
like Denki's like a little blue bear.
Ah.
It's a little lightning bolt. He's a ninja, so he's like a little blue ninja bear. And we have this. I forgot what it's called, but it's like a Funko Pop.
Yeah.
Like those like little dolls.
Oh, yeah,
We have
yeah.
him in it, and then we are getting like merch, like hoodies and shirts.
I wanted one, but they didn't have
and
it.
I was
I'm
like, yeah, we don't have them yet, but like that was like to show like we're gonna have merch.
Yeah.
So we're really, really excited to see where it goes, and like I'm so proud of Nick, like what he's done with this. Like it's been since COVID, you guys. I've been working on this since 2020. Yeah. It was our idea. We would go to boba time every single day during COVID, and we were finding like we should like do this ourselves. Like look how sitting this is, and like we come here all the time, and like it's kind of like basic and boring. What if we turned a place like actually turned it out and was like an experience? Yeah. And it's by high school. It's by crumble cookies. Like,
oh my god, that part,
bitch,
double the flavor, double the sugar, honey.
People were gagged when they walk by and they're like, "This is a really cool shop for what it is."
Yeah,
for boba, like, this is crazy.
It's insane. I've been hearing Manny talk about this, you guys, for years. We're like, how's the boba shop? Well, they installed this, and this today. How's the boba shop? Well, Nick is experiencing recipes and all the time, permits. And it's the permits.
It's the permitting that's
and that's why when Palisades and
Eaton
burned down, they waived all permits because the permits will take people years.
Especially for like the food industry, I'm assuming.
Honey, they're gonna build them houses of paper mache
no,
because they waive all them permits. It's gonna
get this. Even like doing a business permits like that, like doing construction in the business, it goes through the same department as houses. So imagine how busy it is and how backed up it is. If you have house permits and permits for a business, how intense the amount of shit they have to review constantly.
And the tricky thing with that is, so you'll rent a space and start carving it out and building, but you still have to pay rent while your permits are getting approved. You're not making any money. And you're not making any money.
Maybe that account
when they can hold you up for months and months and months. Yes. So it's a very difficult thing.
It's not for the weak, for sure.
I'm so proud of Nick.
Me too. It's his life. Like,
because Nick is like running it, and this is like his thing, but his whole family has come together obviously to help make it happen.
And to trust a sibling is crazy with that much, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a partnership. Again, a lot of people don't have that. So you're really blessed to have that.
I'm really proud. Like, honestly, like the cool thing about like my brothers and my parents, like they would never do me dirty. Like I know that just like as who they are as people, like they would never do me dirty ever, and I would never do them. Like we would be completely fine. Like I trust them with my life. My parents always say, you know, we only have what we have just to make sure you guys have things what you have. So it's like I know they would never take my money.
It's
like
all healthy boundaries.
They want to just leave. If anything, like we just want to leave you stuff so you guys can have when we're gone.
I love that.
So I don't have to ever worry about
set
anything.
You guys up.
Yeah, that's how it should be. Like a family unit should function like that.
It should.
Taking notes.
Absolutely. No, it's honestly it's incredible. Like I'm so proud, and I just wanted to talk about it as my peak in
we're gonna put in the description the address.
Yeah, I'll put the address for
Denki. If you're in the vicinity,
and it's exciting. Yeah. And you know what's funny? So the opening was on Saturday. They're closed on Sunday. So Denki shop is closed on Sundays because Nick is like a church boy, obviously.
It's giving Chick-fil-A vibes.
So it's kind of like Chick-fil-A vibes in a way where it's like the Lord's Day. Oh, they are, right?
Yeah.
Wait, I did not know that.
They're Mormon.
Well, it's Christian but different, right?
It's like Christian, yeah. I didn't know the Mormon. Similar.
There's a lot of similarities, yeah.
100%. So Nick feels very much like because of how the shop came to be, he was like, I just feel like God like helped me through all of this. So like I want to have a rest day for us and my employees too, just to feel like appreciative of like the rest.
That is
of like so the people were like on Sunday they're going to like, why isn't the shop open? And it's like, oh, it doesn't open on Sundays. It's Monday through Saturday and Sundays are closed.
I feel like that also people say hi
but a business does pick up.
I was literally like,
I'm gonna be like, Nick, we go.
I was like, so every Sunday?
I was like, every single one? No, but think about it, how many times she's like, I want Chick-fil-A, and it's closed. Like, it builds that hype.
It builds the hype.
It does. It builds
It's almost like playing hard to get, like,
it's
we'll be open on Monday. You can live a day with us.
You'll be fine.
It builds that, like, I want it more.
Totally. And the thing is, like, obviously, because it's by high school, like, Monday through Friday would actually be kind of busy.
That's so true.
Because it's by a school.
You're right.
So it's like, I'm not even, like, really worried about it. It was more so just something, like, I think it's actually kind of endearing that he was like, I want to close it on Sundays because I feel like it's a rest day and like I feel like I want to reset as well as like my employees reset too.
Yeah.
I think it's really nice.
And it's healthier for the work environment. I'm sure everybody comes in like more excited to like make these bobas.
Yep. So yeah,
really
it was great.
Cool.
And I just want to talk about that and thank you to everyone again for supporting and coming. And I was literally like absolutely gobsmacked. And I know y'all were too when y'all rolled down the window. Oh, it's boba.
Oh my God, it was so fucking funny. I'm
was
like,
shocked.
what did I say? I said something like, it's boba time.
Wait, POV, I'm in the back recording her and everybody, it's like crickets.
It was crickets. It's
because their name was Laura.
Long
everybody's
line
like,
down the street.
And then Laura's like, and then Laura's like, hi, Mimi. I'm living for it.
No, people literally, the person that waited at like 7 a.m., 6:45 a.m.
The first one in there?
The first people in there, they were like, where's Laura? And I was like, she's coming later, baby. She's coming. She's like, I can't believe you're getting Laura to San Diego. Like this is so sickening. And I'm like, she's been here before, babe. Like, this is not like her first time. But yes, I'm so excited. It was so funny that they were like, a celebrity in
It's
San
so funny
Diego.
how they see you guys as a unit, too.
Yes. No, they were gagged. Everyone that was there, they're like, where's Laura?
I came to San Diego for 2 reasons: to get married and to see a boba shop.
Important reasons.
And very important
sickening reasons.
But you know, you have a good friendship when like people expect you to be there as a duo.
Yes.
Like that's what I take from it. I'm like, oh, I love that. I love to see it like that.
And they feel like they can see our support of one another, which is really nice.
Very genuine.
Which is really, really nice. So like, people like recognize that. They're like, oh my God. Like,
it's not just like work. It's also like our personal lives are very intertwined.
Yes. And it's really nice. It was really, really nice.
We made sure to. We left after being there, I think 3 or 4 hours in the line. You guys,
baby,
still going.
My hat off to you guys.
Going down the line.
Because honestly, you see this like that era, right, of YouTube, like at these malls. You guys tell me stories, but to see it and see you guys give the same energy, the same kiki to every single person was admirable. I was like, damn, it's a lot. But you guys look so passionate too. So it didn't even look. It didn't look transactional. Also, so seeing that was like, damn, like you guys are really made out of like gold.
Yeah.
Steel.
And it's you know what's the funniest thing? You know you're right.
Not too much. Not too much.
I'm like
diamonds.
I'm like copper, silver. You're like giving the lowest tier.
You're like shit.
Platinum it is. No, you know what was so cute? Because I was in the back standing. Anytime you guys would go to the next person, they would take their phone and be like,
they're editing us out.
Literally, hey, face out, kiss 3. I'm them. That was me. No, but honestly, seeing like them getting giddy or maybe like texting it to like one of their friends, like I just met them, like everybody was so giddy and it was so cool to see that.
Baby, I know your mentions were blown out.
I saw
my
you
mentions were
reposting
blown
everybody.
out. And I only like I was able to even repost like half of them.
Doesn't Instagram allow you like 50 or 10 or 100?
It's a certain amount.
I
You
literally
can
You truly can fit everyone.
Yeah.
But I
So
think
I made sure to heart them though.
no, but at least the fact that you talk to them in person, that should trump anything.
Yes.
100%.
Been a
And it was
repost.
amazing. It was cool. It was really nice to have you guys there, and like I really felt supported by you guys too.
Yeah.
We had a
was,
cute little dinner afterwards
so nice.
celebrating.
Yes,
fam.
baby.
Lots of
The
full
full
fam.
fam showed
out.
Oh, really?
Baby,
Yes.
literally like so many of the people
Lots
that were there,
of
like,
full fam.
bitch, we're full fam. We listen every Friday, and I was literally like,
Lots of full fam.
it was amazing. I'm like, I guess we need to do a tour, a world.
Oh my
tour.
God, I've been telling them.
I was like,
Please
maybe we
tell
do a
them.
world tour.
I've been telling them for the longest time to go on a tour. You guys will kill
yes.
it. Please back me up in the comments. Thank you.
Like,
I've been
Val
saying
said
this.
to back you up in the comments or backing you
At
up.
valeloren, actually,
At valeloren.
said this. No, but truly, they would kill it. I think it's time
I
to
think so,
like
too.
let's start to brainstorm and like manifest it.
You're
for
like,
you guys.
Val's like, okay, let's brainstorm, you guys.
After this,
Brand,
Let's
she is our
brainstorm.
tour manager.
She's our
I
tour
will be.
manager.
Yeah.
4 this way to VIP passes.
Our Florida stop, she's there. She's like,
I'm like, hey guys, can you shut the up? They're about to start. Thank you.
Yeah, no,
On the
that
mic.
is you.
shut the fuck
That
up.
is-
And then I do it in
guys.
Spanish. Hola, ¿cómo están?
I translate a double.
Honey, I'm there.
You're
Just
bilingual.
let me
You are.
Just
You're
let
a
me
bilingual queen.
I am a bilingual queen.
Yes.
Queen, a queendom.
You guys, she was born and raised in Puerto Rico.
In Puerto Rico. I'm Bad Bunny's sister.
Yeah,
but
they
guys,
are
no one knows
related.
that.
But no one really
actually.
knows,
Please don't
But
look.
he doesn't know.
Guys, can you not like look it up?
Yeah, don't.
Yeah,
look it
don't
up.
like
look it
don't
up.
search too much
facts
into it
checking, no facts.
because you know how the internet can be. They love to
Yes.
lie.
Yeah, you know.
Yes.
And you know, it is what it is.
Shall we start?
We should start on the rapid fire top. We have a couple
Where's
topics you want to
Val's
hit.
board?
Right there.
Oh, guys,
Down there,
look
she
at
sees it.
Val's
She sees it.
board.
Look at our little full coverage boards. They
Professional.
continue to.
It says, okay, Val, you can leave.
Okay, it goes.
She
That's enough.
quietly walks off.
I'm like,
It's a big stop sign.
stop talking.
Stop talking. Shut the fuck up.
Can I just tell you real quick? I learned how to be read and how to read. I learned everything by this one right here.
She hung out with the gays.
Honestly,
That's what she's
like,
trying to tell y'all. She hung out with the
Listen,
gays.
she
I
a
got
couple
her.
I
Friday
am
nights.
one. I am one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been trained.
She's been gathered several times.
I'm like, oh, Val, they tell you you're fat, stupid, and ugly. They
I'm like,
Oh, they love you.
love you, baby. They love you.
I'm like, tell me another one.
No, I remember my first time I read Val to Phil.
You read me on my accent. How dare you?
And she was so she was like this.
Her jaw on the floor.
Because I know how to
I
respond.
was
And I was
like,
like, no.
Val, hit him back.
Yeah, I was like,
say something.
Meaning what? I'm like, ¿por qué?
And I was like, no, Val, like, it's like a funny thing. Like, it's fun.
It's funny.
I was like, you get me back now.
You had to read.
It was hilarious. But
Good
look at
times,
like, other
good
things you
times.
learned. I bet you're much quicker now. Honey.
Ready.
You're ready
at
to go.
all times.
Don't get me. I'll get your bag.
Read.
Read them down. Okay, guys, we have our first topic here. Let's talk about the Tarte trip recently.
Can I just say I'm over Tarte?
You
Where's my invite after so long?
Her guns are blazing.
You can say that. Okay, so recently they just did a Tarte trip and they went to Necker Island.
Original.
Which is gaggy, because I was like,
very original.
Very original.
You guys been on that one, right?
We went to Necker Island.
It's a great place for brand trips.
It's sickening. It's actually really fantastic.
It is great. That was a good idea from Tarte to copy benefit. That was a great idea.
Yeah, it was good.
It was honestly great.
I love the undertone of shade.
No,
okay, we're being shady. We're being shady.
Love it.
It's because it worked.
It worked, exactly.
It was great.
So do you blame them? They're like,
seriously,
let's do
I
it.
am being shady, but I think it was a great idea to go to Necker Island. I think
Yeah.
it's a great spot for brand trips.
I
It
could
is,
not
if
agree
you
more.
have budget.
It's expensive. It's the whole island. It's not like you're just renting
you
out
have
like
to
a
rent the
little
whole
thing.
It's like a whole
island.
private experience.
Tarte got that benefit budget, and they showed up.
They do, baby. They got
It
a
looks
budget
really cute.
down.
We can see those
do.
Tarte sales on TikTok Shop and honey
everywhere.
They never
Fierce.
lie.
Fierce drag
Let me tell you something.
It's never gonna go down.
No,
Tarte,
literally.
they're doing just fine.
They're doing fantastic, and that's why I'm like, I don't mind treading them a little bit. So, they're
still
doing
gonna survive.
fantastic. But the thing was, so this is the thing. They were actually in a lot of hot water.
Here we
because
go.
of the trip, the way the trip went down because of like the fire situation. So obviously they had the trip planned. They're like, we're gonna go to Necker Island. So a lot of the creators like they decided to go with them. This is literally the week of the fires. Like this is the LA
fires already
fires.
start pre-trip.
I don't think so. I think it started like
So
when it was there.
It's like no one's fault, really.
I mean, it's like I don't know what you're supposed
Were
to
they
really
there?
do.
No, they weren't
going.
there.
Maybe they were en route.
Oh, maybe, I think it was the day before.
They were not going when the fire started because Tana said with Trisha, I heard them talking that she decided not to go because of the fire.
So they had an
option. It
option.
must have just started.
They had started. The fires had started.
They had just started.
Yeah, they
so
were going.
basically, but there was creators like from LA that did go and they were able to go and experience and do the whole fantasy.
They
So
definitely rent apartments. And do not
100%.
That's
homes.
the thing.
Because if you
100%.
owned a home in
And
LA,
selfishly,
You're
they're
going.
like, I have nothing to lose. I'm gonna go on this trip.
Yes.
Yep. 100%. But it's like the thing is the reason that Char's getting shredded is because they feel tone deaf to people, right? Or it's like people are literally losing their homes or losing their livelihood all throughout LA, and you're just doing like a brand trip in the middle of it with creators that are from LA, and it just looks so like, what the fuck are you doing?
It could have been postponed.
It could have been postponed. It could have been moved around.
I'm sure it couldn't have been on Necker Island though.
Actually, you're right. It
To
probably
reserve
couldn't have
that
been.
spot
I
for that many
guarantee
people.
And the amount of money it
you,
costs
and
to
the
do it.
flights.
Yeah.
And listen, I feel like, you know what with Char, like I had seen them, I saw them like trying, like they were like, we're gonna donate money for every
That's
single
good.
creator here. We're gonna donate to like the funds.
And then Aspen was like advertising her palette specifically
Her
on the
collab.
trip, but they like donated a huge amount of the proceeds to people who lost.
I mean, that's still fair.
It is.
So I have
It
to
is.
like,
that's fair.
I really can't even tread them like that because at the end of the day, they were donating actual money to people who were affected by it. And like, a lot of people can say shit, and go off about Tarte or whatever. But are you donating money to, and like, are you doing what that
Right.
they can do? And like the resources that they have, there are a lot of resources. It's vast. They have
It's
a lot of money.
honestly probably a good thing because if you think about it, Tarte, I ain't trying to speak for y'all, but y'all probably weren't going to donate that much money to people with the fire. But because your trip landed on it, you had to do
had to
something.
do it.
I mean, there's no, I mean, you're getting your ass tore up. Like, obviously, you got to do something. So it put them in a position where, you know, the victims of the fire got a lot of money out of it. So maybe it's a good thing. You know what
honestly,
I mean?
maybe-
Like,
They have nothing to
a
lose.
silver
honestly.
lining.
And honestly, maybe like that coming from people making Tarte donate, it was like, you know what, maybe it was worth it because at the end of
That's
the
what
day,
I'm
like,
saying, like-
you
Yep.
literally like they actually end up donating a ton of money. They did, you know, a lot of the proceeds. It feels weird when you watch a video when they're like, they pull out a check and it's like, look, all this money for the people, and then you just go back to drinking and partying. It does look a little
it does
weird.
feel weird.
But it's like, what are they gonna do?
It feels
but like,
weird.
what do you do?
It's not really. I mean, at least they're putting the money where their mouth is and donating. Like, what else can they do?
But you know what? The thing is, there's always something going on in the world that's bad. There is.
You can't
Yep.
stop it.
You can't, and I get it. It's like these influencers are from LA, and it's so I get it. And trust me, I'm at home crying,
Yup.
and they're
Literally,
literally showing woo, take
Yeah,
a shot.
partying.
So the juxtaposition is fucking crazy. But if you think about it, like think about this
Logically, think about it logically.
North Carolina just got their asses rocked. And by the way, LA is a very popular city, so you're gonna get press on that.
And the media
Yep.
coverage will be way more than
way
like
more.
another state.
I didn't know about North
I didn't
Carolina.
either. I didn't
I
either.
was very unaware of that situation. So all of those people have sit back and watched all of us in LA live our lives and go to events while people are living in tents in negative 20 degrees.
It never hits the media
freezing
like that.
It didn't hit the media
Yeah,
like
we didn't know.
So unfortunate.
I knew they had bad weather. I I did not know there was a disaster that came out of
Same.
that.
I didn't either.
never knew that. People were like, why aren't you post about North Carolina. You know, every comment
like,
section got that. It was like,
I didn't
what?
know. I didn't know.
And it's because, you know, if something like that happened in Alabama, it would be the same response.
Correct.
People, you don't hear about it. So it's like, you know, while we did hear about this more, I'm sure all these other disasters happening everywhere in the world constantly watch us having the time of our life. Always has to be a weird juxtaposition.
Absolutely. And I think that's why a lot of people actually get pissed about the brand chip thing. So it's really like
and
everyone's going through something.
Yes.
Everyone's going through something at all times. So it's like things are always happening.
Eventually, yeah, you just got to go with it. But I do agree. I'm like, well, then Tarte, you guys are so fucking rich. You got to do something. So I'm just so happy.
Same that they
did that.
And it was still weird to watch for
Totally
sure. But these are young girls in their 20s who probably don't own properties, and these fires, to be honest, probably are not going to affect them.
Yeah.
So they're going to go on the
100%.
trip. If we're just being really honest, so they're going to go on the trip and have fun. They're going to go to the private island for free.
Honey.
And it's also like, what were they supposed to really do? Because everything was booked. Everything was like, they could have been like, okay, last minute cancel it. But the amount of money they would have lose out on doing that. And then now they actually get to donate money to the people.
See, that's what I'm saying. They never, Tarte probably would have never donated all that money if it wasn't for the brand trip. So the silver lining.
And they're donating hella money per influencer.
Well, that's good.
And the Aspen collab ended up
that
being,
too.
you know,
So imagine the amount of money that they actually.
I feel like also people get so bothered by the Tarte trips. Also, as a viewer myself, I'm just gonna be honest. Every time they have a trip, something chaotic is going on.
100%.
So you hear Tarte trip, oh, here we go. What's next? And it's almost like,
what's gonna happen now,
girl? Like you need to time it better. Like let's not do trips at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
When clearly something always happens at the beginning of the year.
Well, the thing is, they always do trips. Trips are happening every couple
they
months.
never
for them.
saw.
But I'm saying,
Tarte
like,
trips work for them clearly. But it's like, God,
I feel like it works better for just the exposure of someone always getting canceled on the trip.
Yep.
Girls not using the product.
Yep.
It's always something. So people are like, here we go, Tarte. So they're gonna find any reason to like pick at them.
Yeah.
100%.
Do this, do that. Don't do this. Don't post that.
And the reason that it's happening, actually, like I've come to realize, because I was kind of thinking about it, like analyzing it. I was like, why is this the way it is? So the reason that like Tarte isn't even inviting beauty people anymore, they're inviting these TikTok girlies because they want to be the cool brand. They want to be the cool TikTok brand.
Correct.
So if they're associating with the cool TikTok people, like the Alex Earls of the world, the Monets, everyone, whatever, that are like these cool TikTok girlies, then they're gonna be automatically like the cool TikTok brand, right? They're not the beauty influencer brand.
Not
They're
anymore, no.
if you want to be like a cool TikTok girly, you need to buy Tarte and wear Tarte. So that's
you
why
don't
they're doing
have
it.
to. The thing is,
my mind,
the beauty
allegedly.
industry got so diffused. Whenever it's more about making a product trend more than the review.
100%.
You know what I mean?
That's all it is. Make it viral.
It's not
Make it
about
viral.
like everyone saying this is such a good product. It's just if someone popular uses it is what it's more about now. And that's okay. That's just how things change. You know what I mean? But that is what it is now. So Tarte,
that's what they want.
Tarte's Tarte is very innovative, and they're very
quick on that.
They're
catching up the trends,
know
and the
what's
girlies
happening.
are gonna give the quick viral product.
What do you call them? They're trailblazers.
Yes.
Tarte
Honestly,
Tarte
truly.
invented kinda. I mean, listen, other brands had done brand trips before, but Tarte invented the influencer brand
Tripping
trips.
with
The way
Tarte?
they're done.
The
Tripping with
gifting.
Yeah.
Tripping
Every
with
brand I
Tarte.
talked to back in the 2017 through 18, 19, all just like, how do we do it like Tarte? How do we do it like Tarte?
They were like the pioneers.
They were,
They
and
were
they
the
still are in a way.
pioneers. Yeah.
And it works for them in this way, like, and that's why they're bringing these
And
really
they have
non-beauty
flopped
people.
miserable time. Miserably. Many
Yeah,
times.
on the
of course.
record.
Yeah, they have a record.
Absolutely, like it is what it is, and like obviously because they are this brand that's seen because of the amount of people that go on it, all these creators going on this Tarte trip, they're gonna actually be more scrutinized because of it.
Yes,
So
yes.
brands that are on those kind of trips, they're gonna be like, oh, look at that, all eyes
And the
on
girlies
them.
are taking a risk at this point going on a Tarte trip.
Girl,
Yeah.
you
Because everyone's
honestly
gonna look at
are.
every handle. Who's this? Who's that? So you gotta be like on your Q's and A's.
You kind of do, honestly, on the trip, because you have to make sure that, like, and that you want to make sure that it's inclusive and they're not being like some weird type of way. I didn't see a
That's
single
true.
boy on that trip.
I know they
be so
didn't
fucking for
invite
real.
any boys on their trip out of all those people.
None, and there was a lot
It's
of
really
people there.
odd. And the thing
That's all
about
it
I used to
is.
get so butthurt, obviously as a smaller creator, like micro, capital letters, micro,
Capital, macro.
Don't let nobody tell you your title's not important. So I'm a micro in capitals. Please address me as such.
Yeah.
What was I saying with that? I forgot.
That you get
just
annoyed
about
that
being,
as a creator. You're kind of like, oh, that's so like, frustrating.
Yeah, because it's almost like there's no like loyalty to the creator. And like, if somebody's posting big or small, if they're showing you love to your brand, at some point you would think it will be given back to you in
it's all
some
about
way.
numbers.
So it's so transactional. That's what I was trying to
It's
say.
all about numbers.
And as a
All of
creator,
it.
it's almost like for me, like I've never been on a trip, but besides that, I'm not gonna promote Tarte because since the beginning of my career, I never even gotten PR from Tarte.
Right.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a brand that is like, you're cute and all, but like, I will never invest my time in you because I see how transactional you are.
It's all about
with
the big
creators.
guys. They're macro.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, how I've been moving lately is like, I'm going to build a relationship and see how it goes.
I think that's great though.
I don't want it to be
fantastic.
transactional.
That's how you should be. I feel like a lot of times in the working world and just in general, like you want to climb up the trees that you feel like you can be kind of work with one another, and it's like not transactional. Like I've had many times where people have reached out to me about like wanting to do something with us, but then it's like this very transactional thing, or like they're actually not even supportive of us at all. They just wanted the quick thing like in that moment. And it's like,
but you know what? Even with the girls invited on the trip, they have no loyalty to Tarte.
No, of course not.
Next month they go on another trip and post the same BB cream for somebody else. So it's like you're not really building the hype around a product, but where's that loyalty for like the long run? Having creators promote your product when it's like long and dried up.
Correct.
It's a cold
It's a cold hard world.
Period.
It's a cold hard world.
Business.
But you know what it is, and I think it's like kind of like now that we're seeing it for what it is and seeing the trip, and you know it's nice that they donated at the end of the day. But I understood where people were coming from,
I
being
do
like,
too.
"This is crazy."
I understand both.
Me too.
Yeah.
But like from a
50-50.
business standpoint, that's probably what it is. Like that's the reason. Like they probably can adjust it, and it's great that they're actually donating real money, a lot of money that actually would affect people's lives in a really great
That's
way.
what matters at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's like actually helping people, and they did help.
Yep.
And I saw they're actually doing. I applauded Maureen on this. That she was doing a giveaway for like first responders to come on the next trip.
I saw that.
Oh, that's
so they
nice.
give back
I
in a lot of different ways.
I saw that, and I was like, wow.
I mean, they definitely know how to dot their I's and cross their T's to keep them out of
the
the fiery lane. But at least they're doing it, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, absolutely.
That's all that matters.
At the end of the day,
the action to your word
is
what is gonna like prove itself.
Yeah, they're saying that they're gonna do something about it, and then they're physically doing it. So I have to give them props on that.
Yeah, you have to.
I have to give them a little one too, 100%.
Selena Gomez posted a reel of herself like hysterically crying, and then deleted it very quickly
because of the comments.
Well,
girl, I saw the video. It was very
My
intense.
heart sank for her.
Me too.
I know.
100%.
I feel like it's the desperation of having such a big audience to respond to, and figuring out how like overwhelmed you are with trying to translate what you can do as a big celebrity, but it's still gonna fall short for people because people are humans with ugly emotions, and they're still gonna try to tear her down. So it's just like really sad to see her time and time again try and get let down. That's where I'm at with it.
No, it is. It's true. Like I saw the video, and I could tell. I'm like, this is devastating. Like she's actually
she
devastated.
felt every emotion.
She felt the emotion. She knew exactly what was going on. She was devastated for her community. She was devastated for the Latinos that were going through what they're going through. And it's like you could see that was happening. So for people to be like, oh well, like look at these fake tears. Like kind of, I was like, you guys, what are you talking about?
Or even making fun of the flag emoji. Yes. If she did it, it will be chaos.
Yeah,
she's representing the best way she thinks she can at that moment.
At the end of the day, she's doing what she thought like what she thought was best. Like she thought that doing that was saying that was going to show her way.
Took it down after minutes, and she said apparently showing empathy for people is not.
It's bad.
It's bad.
Do you think people were reacting that fast?
Yes.
They must. Because the video's jarring.
The video is intense. It's
shocking.
Intense. Yeah, it's a very intense video.
So I think it probably caught a lot of people's attention very quickly.
It did, and also like the news outlets picked up really, really fast.
Oh yeah.
And they reported on it really, really quickly. And of course, the news outlets, their comments are going to be completely different than like Selena's comments would be.
That's the thing.
So it turns into like this whole massive thing. And then I saw that she had like responded to like someone, like I guess like some senator or someone like quoted her thing. It was like, you should deport Selena Gomez. And she was like,
God.
It was not a senator.
Who was it?
It was a guy who was running to be a part of the Senate. His name is like Sam Felt.
It was something crazy. It was literally crazy.
Google him.
I'm like, I'm gonna call him out. He literally was like, maybe we should deport you too, Selena. An American citizen.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And this man is running for Senate. So let's all take note on that.
Okay, I have a question like for you guys. As a celebrity that big, don't you think that there needs to be some kind of like PR team to like buffer her emotions or her post? Maybe like, hey Selena, I know you want to post this,
but your work would be better done this way.
Exactly, like have more guidance to protect her mental health.
Usually they do have that, actually.
For example, like the Kardashians, like Kris has probably like people like every content needs to be filtered because like you may feel something out of emotion, but you just can't be 100%.
And you want to find the best way to help and
to come across
and say your part.
Exactly.
And I think she definitely just felt very emotional and went out.
It was an impulse thing.
But then unfortunately, it seems like she regretted it and paid for it very quickly. So I think sometimes it is better to meet up with your team and devise like a
what do y'all
quick
think about
what can I do? How can I translate it the best way?
She sends that video. They're like,
she's like, well, let's post it.
Well,
she's like, it's live.
Let's call Selena.
Yeah.
Somebody go to their house.
No, literally, and the thing is, like, they do have that. They have all those teams. Like, they have all that stuff. So it's
it seemed like her feeling desperation. Like,
I think she really felt that
felt
desperate.
it really. That's
like,
why I think she felt it.
Or maybe sometimes, like, when like creators or big brands go through something so major like Balenciaga, like I feel like sometimes putting words into text can translate better because there's no emotions attached from like the person that's writing it. Like Matilda, when that happened to Matilda.
When she was
I feel like a statement. That's what I'm saying. I feel like when you write a statement, it's better for your mental health because people are not criticizing the way she looked, the way she cried. That's horrible for your mental health. Like that video will live on the internet for the rest of her life. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's other ways for her to address her feelings.
Absolutely.
That's not completely like exposing her like that.
Such a big audience. She has one of the biggest followings of all people on Instagram.
And people, instead of like, you got that from her, support it.
Yeah.
And also it's tough because the video is really intense.
It's really raw.
But because people are actually really jarred by emotion like that. Like people like are not used to that. Like they're not used because people are just not used to that kind of emotion, that kind of rawness from people.
And from a celebrity, it's almost like
they're kind of gagged. They're like, wait, what happened to the illusion of you?
But people were saying with like she went person and like walked down to her mansion. Like who says that?
No,
you don't know that she's doing that.
Yeah, you don't know.
She probably isn't.
She's doing. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what like privileged class she's in.
She's still human with feelings
for her people.
And she's Latina.
She's Latina. At the end of the day, she feels for them.
Yep.
And she has every right to feel for them. And she has every right to say what the fuck she wants to say.
Exactly.
And that's how she wanted to go about it. She did it. But yeah, at the end of the day, people are going to take things and they're going to wrap it up in their own little way.
So
and the people that are running for Senate, as you can see, want to just be absolute sick fucks. And they want to say things like, that's clownery. That's buffoonery.
She should sue him.
Seriously. And then so she literally, she responded to it. She was like,
did she?
Yeah, she did on her story. She was literally like, and she was like, threat noted or something like that. She literally, I hope he's getting shredded to filth. And I hope that the Selenators are shredding him to absolute filth.
Please.
Honey, y'all showing for Hailey Bieber. Where you at now?
This really matters.
This matters now. Now show up.
But the thing is that also, like, I actually appreciate that Selena was able to be like, speak out about something that literally affects her community directly. And it's like important as celebrities at that level, to that caliber, to actually like, have their opinions out there a little bit, to at least try, or like to even like, because sometimes it's really easy for people to kind of be like, oh, to not know what to think or not know what to do. And so like they look to celebrities or influencers, whatever, for guidance in some way.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice when you have a platform that size, that level, to be like, you know what, guys, I don't think this is okay.
Yeah.
I think we should stand together as a community.
But that's not what was done.
That's not what was said
either.
It was not said in that way.
That's why it became very chaotic.
A show.
But you know what? People love Selena because of how authentic she is.
Yep.
So it's like, she's getting dragged for this, but like people that really love her, like that's my girl.
That's how she is, and that's how she is.
So there's always more good than bad.
I still love Selena.
Yeah, we love her.
Same.
I thought that, like, I was like, I honestly watched the video and was like,
so did I.
Damn.
And she felt it.
I felt for her.
Yeah.
I felt for her too. It's
that
just like,
was
it's
real
horrible.
and that was raw, and I really felt for
her. I hope
her.
she has a really good support system.
I also knew, because I didn't know if it had been taken. I didn't see it from her page. I saw it from a news source, so I didn't know it was like up and down or whatever. And I was like, damn, I know she's getting red for this.
You knew.
Like,
exactly.
when you see, I was like, oh, God.
It's gonna
just
be bad.
because it was very jarring, you know what I mean?
It's raw. It's like
almost
I really
intimate.
felt for her. It was intimate.
Like, if I'm gonna cry like that, I'm crying, sending you a video to like a friend, like something
it was
like
very intimate.
That kind of crying, I'm not even showing that kind of crying. Like,
no,
I'm literally kind of like I'm not even doing all that. Like
a little one.
So that's really intimate.
Next subject: Blake versus Justin Baldoni
this
saga.
Keeps on going. The saga that never stops.
Girl,
it's been too long.
I'm sick of
I'm tired.
it.
The Justin Blake lively is so
make
beyond
it
to
stop.
me.
Did you guys read the books? I need to know like the backstory.
I read the book.
I didn't.
The first and second, or just the first?
Both actually.
Great book. Great
storyline. It starts with
storyline.
us. It ends with us.
I only read Start With Us.
I read it starts with us and it ends with us. I read both.
Great. Remember when that came out? Like I feel like the movie really did not go. It went south.
Really, really great.
Did you guys see the movie?
I did not watch the movie.
I will not watch.
Okay, this is the thing. I watched the movie after all this, and it ruined my experience.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? Even watching it and knowing like the tea, it's almost like, damn, like what a waste.
Was the movie good?
It was good, but you could tell it was off, like the interaction.
You could already tell. You can see it, like from what was happening.
But maybe it's preconceived notions, how you say it.
Yeah.
Totally. Or you have a biasness because you've already seen all
so
the
it's almost like
you're warped.
You're kind of looking for it in a way.
Yeah,
you want to kiss her, but she don't. But like,
Yes.
she does like that.
Exactly.
I mean, she seems to be doing that a little too much.
Yeah, exactly. You're kind of looking at it. You're like, wait.
So at what point did you say
stop?
stop?
Yeah.
Because in this scene, honey,
So it's kind of like, I think the bias, like the movie, like this situation has ruined the movie so fiercely.
I'm so
I hate
happy.
it for the writer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like,
oh,
like,
you
damn.
know, Colleen. She's like,
Colleen Miss Hoover, she's
hey,
like this.
She's writing another book about them.
literally the
This
lawsuit.
Fucking
The lawsuit. It ends with the lawsuit.
Yeah. It ends in lawsuit.
I need royalties.
Yeah.
Okay. Happy I didn't watch the movie. I vow to never watch it.
You don't want to
I
watch it?
refuse to support either of those fools. I think they're both fools. I think two things are true, and I think they're both rotten. And I think this is what happens when two rotten people get a hold of one another. And everybody's like, "Fuck Blake," but here's the thing: y'all got the bad side of Blake first. It was a witch hunt on Blake first, so people are going to refuse to change their opinion and see the
people are very split on this. By
They
the way.
are.
They
They're
are.
very
It's everywhere.
split.
I was literally telling Laura, I was like, oh, to me it feels very like
It's not
there
even
are
like
two
women
sides.
empowerment or not. It's like either Justin or Team Blake.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
I
so
say both.
crazy.
Two things can be true.
I agree. And we had said that even from the jump.
We
We were
did.
both like, can't both be
When
true
it
at the
was
same time.
just shitting on Blake, we were
We
like,
did.
we played a little devil's advocate because we were like, we've seen this time and time again with women in Hollywood. They
Yeah.
love
Shredding women. They love
to
to shred
shred
'em.
women in dogpile. They love to do it.
She's putting up
women
a
love
fight,
to do
honey.
it. She ain't going
She
down.
is.
She's not going down
Let
with
me
a
tell
fight.
you, she ain't going down.
And you know what? I
easy.
feel like he never, because I mean, you wouldn't have cast someone that you think is gonna be problematic.
Never.
Of course not.
So he's probably so blindsided.
He's
by
gagged.
this.
Yeah.
He's absolutely gagged. But the thing is, like, now all these things have been coming up, right? For example, like the tape that was leaked of them dancing and them talking throughout the dancing thing, that was gagging me, by the way.
So, but explain why that tape came out.
So apparently, like during, when Blake had filed the complaint, she was talking about like when they were doing this scene, he was being really uncomfortable with her, very inappropriate, very much like smelling her hair, making
And there
it
was
creepy
no
as
like
fuck.
like what's that coordinator thing on set?
Yeah, no intimacy
Intimacy
coordinator.
coordinator,
During the complaint, and that was like during that scene, like it's like when we were dancing, we were alone. This is what was happening. So then I believe that Justin and his team, because he was the producer of the film, he literally like released the raw footage of like the scene, and he was like, "Well, look at
With the
did it look like
audio.
it? With the
There's
audio."
audio. There's a
And it's
voice
like, well, what do you think? What do you guys think? So then, of course, it actually did not look.
The context is crazy.
Girl.
That's why it's important to watch it.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to watch it, because it is kind of like when you watch it, kind of like, like it seems like Blake is obviously the one in that moment, like she's like the one that's in the wrong. It didn't look creepy. It didn't look weird.
She does look at ease.
She looks
and comfortable.
completely at ease. Like if anything, I thought like she was kind of shredding him a little bit about the nose.
Yeah.
I was like, if anything, I thought it was actually like he looked like the one that was like in the
Trying to
better
keep the
light
peace.
and keep the peace in that moment.
She wanted
so
to
then
fight.
of course all those comments are like Blake's
all
crazy,
the-
Blake's crazy, Blake's crazy.
Yep. So all those comments are horrible on Blake, right? Because this is a video that proves that maybe she's not telling the truth in her. Maybe she's dramatizing, right? Okay, because we got the real footage. Then a 7-minute voice note from Blake
I did not hear
to
this.
Justin comes out, and TMZ just
Justin
posted
to Blake.
from Justin to
Yeah,
Blake. Sorry, Justin sends this voice note at 2 a.m. to Blake. First of all, what sociopath sends a 7-minute voice
7
note?
is crazy. I'm gonna be real.
Child,
At that point, I'm gonna call you.
Call him.
girl, that's
Give
a
me a
phone
FaceTime.
call.
Yup,
A
yup.
7-minute voice note is crazy.
And without stopping.
I would
Because
never
no,
listen. I would
he didn't
never listen
stop.
to that.
He did not stop. And I listened to the whole thing.
Tell us everything.
Tell us everything. I did
Word
listen to
by
it.
word. Go.
Let me tell you
Yeah,
something.
I was like, repeat all
I know.
7 minutes
Okay.
right now.
So the whole entire time, he is apologizing to her over
Wow.
and over
Guilt.
again. I'm assuming it's about the script, but I don't know exactly what he did to her. But
He's not saying what he's sorry for.
he's
just
not saying
sorry.
what he's sorry for.
That's
But
weird.
I'm talking about he is giving, and he's doing it in a sexy voice the whole time. So like I'm talking to you right now, that's not sexy voice. He's like, hey. Like you can
Like dragged out, you can tell.
He's doing a sexy voice. It's 2 a.m. He's like this is 7 minutes, so he's going on and on and on, like apologizing and like I have so much respect for you and like we're gonna make this happen and like going on and on and on. And it's weird because he goes on to how great she is and like he keeps on to the point where I'm like thinking in the shoes of his wife. It's weird.
But she
weird.
probably allows it.
Yeah.
If he's a
it's
breadwinner and stuff,
weird.
she's probably like, handle.
It's weird. Like if I was Ryan Reynolds listening to it, I'd be like,
Okay, you know what's funny? I can see Blake and Ryan Reynolds in bed like
giggling.
Oh, they both
I can
played
see
it.
like this. They're playing like this.
and Ryan knows is like writing a movie about it.
Listen,
Literally.
I'm not on the witch hunt for Blake, and I'm also not Team Blake. So keep in mind, I'm listening to this writing in the middle.
Right.
I think it's weird. It's a weird voice note, and on the end, he's like, "You're probably at home with a baby on your boob right now." He
That's
says
crazy.
that in the
That's
voice
kinda
note.
insane.
That's inappropriate.
What?
It's weird.
Just like you're probably at home with the baby in your titty right now.
And he's doing like that
that's
voice.
weird.
The whole is weird. The voice note. So all the comments on that post
Are
are
Team
negative
Blake, probably.
towards.
People are
they're
so invested
negative.
in this.
Yes,
I know, but
they're
it's
negative
like
towards
depending
Justin.
on the source.
Yes, exactly.
It's like what you're gonna get negative. So you actually don't really know what's happening. It
Yep.
feels so like tit for tat almost. It doesn't
Like, where's the
feel,
truth in this?
It's all
But
the
I think
truth
there's a
is
lot.
in the middle.
It's jumbled.
It is.
It's like the truth is so jumbled. I
I'm
think
still
that
50-50 at this point.
there's truth on
I'm
both sides. Like it's like
50-50.
weirdness on both sides. I bet you anything, Blake could have felt very uncomfortable in moments, but to the audience, like it might not look uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But he could have been weird too. Like
But
it,
also
it
like
could happen.
in that footage, she seems so like comfortable on
Girl,
set.
I
Like
know.
that's not giving victim. I'm not saying
No.
she's a victim, but I'm
No,
saying
yeah.
like that's not giving
Yeah.
that kind of mentality where like, listen, this happened. She's entertaining it. Boots down, honey.
That's why I'm like, do either of you really need to sue each other?
It's
Should we
settlement.
just,
Let's find a
let's
settlement.
do a settlement.
No,
Girl.
he
Let's
literally
call
goes.
it.
Settle.
He literally goes, I'm gonna go for the next. She's like, you're playing into
Yeah.
it.
Well, of course, 'cause, like, I mean, at the end of the day, she's also acting.
I
Like,
know.
let's be real,
Yeah,
that's
too.
what I'm
It's
saying,
like,
but,
she's
like-
also acting. She's doing the scene.
She still could have been like, can we not do that right now?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, for example, if you are someone who is like, I'm uncomfortable in this scene, in this context, it's easier to be kind of like, okay, like let's take a quick pause, let's take a quick
Correct.
moment, like kind of assess, or you know what, or maybe it's not easy to do that. Who knows? Like, who knows what she was going through at the time? But
Yeah,
at the end of the
that's
day,
true.
like, you know, it is your responsibility, you know, as a person that, like, let's say if you are uncomfortable, to be like, hey,
To
like,
voice
make it
it.
kind of known, voice
Yeah.
it.
That's
and
true.
who knows, like, what was happening, and maybe she did voice it in times. And that one clip, what if they filmed that scene 3 times,
And that was the best clip
and that was the
he
best clip,
that he looks good in.
and he looks great in it.
And then that's
So
the
it's
one
like-
that leaked.
Okay, so then how
Because
many
he's
times
the
did you
one that
film
leaked
it?
that.
Yeah.
Exactly. So then how many times did you film it though?
Dude,
So there's a lot of aspects to it that like
Yeah.
you actually
We
do have to be
do
like
not know. And
think
both
about.
teams are playing the public right now.
they need to settle on something.
They need
Yeah.
to settle and shut the fuck
Suing
up.
somebody is like crazy. Like,
girl.
you're still gonna be
For
acting and
what,
stuff.
400 million?
Both of them, I think, are doing
has that kind
like
of
400
money?
million. Them both.
They have
them.
money like that.
They
They got
do.
money. Was
They
Ryan
have
and her
to.
combined? Maybe you got money.
Neither of them are gonna win that much, but you know, you sue for like the crazy
The
amount
crazy
and
amount.
then try to get a
Bro,
settlement
that's
in there.
like that's a big battle fight. Like, you're never gonna film together again.
No, oh
End
my
it.
god.
Like just let it end. Like at the end of the day, you guys didn't like
you know,
working
it'd be
each other.
funny if they did another movie together. They were like, "Fuck it."
Is this all
They're
part
like,
of the plan?
fuck it.
Yeah.
It's part of the
It was
plan.
literally
Yeah.
for the sake
For
of
the plot.
like, yeah, for the
It's
plot. It
all
was
for
for
the
the book.
plot. It was for the book.
Could you imagine if
Colleen
this was a
planned it.
video?
She's like,
I'm sick of hearing about it.
I'm
tired
actually over
too.
it.
Honestly,
I'm
me
over
too.
it.
It's the story that just like never dies.
It is.
It is a story that never goes away. And I can't believe there's still newness about it every single.
It's because
we-
they're leaking things that make them look good.
Yeah, their teams- their teams
Like
are
each
leaking
are like,
shit.
ooh, that was like him with
It
his
keeps
family
TikTok
with the water
busy. It
bottles.
keeps TikTok
yeah,
busy.
they're like, ooh, show
Mm-hmm.
that picture. Or she's like, ooh, I'll release the voice note since he showed that picture of them. And he's like, well, then I'll find a dancing scene where, you know, like that's what they're doing. They're playing.
They probably bullet the same person.
It's
It
tit for
shows.
tat. It's tit for
yeah,
tat.
for tat.
tat.
So it's literally like they're like one move. It's like a chess game.
No
where
one
it's
wants to
like
be the
one's
bigger
doing one,
person
one's
in
doing
this.
one.
Yeah,
No,
oh,
God,
no.
no. I think they're both past that though. I think that at this
There's
point
no
it's literally
bigger
like
person.
there's none. Like
They
they're
both
like,
just really
bitch, y'all
don't like
fucking
each other.
tried it.
Yep.
Fuck you. I'm gonna take this to the ground. And like it was like you're gonna get ruined by the
I will
public.
say
10 years
was
later,
a
it's still
bit-
going on.
Yeah.
One of the most disturbing parts was the messages to his publicist how he wanted to take Blake down and he
100%.
wanted to take her
I
brown like Haley Bieber and create a
cannot.
witch hunt intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
That was jarring.
Hollywood
It's
is
crazy.
so dark.
It's
It
freaking
is.
dark.
And that's
And
what
that's just
me
what we
and you
saw.
knew
Yeah.
ahead of time.
Uh-huh.
And that's when people were like, no, fuck Blake, whenever we were trying to throw some positivities about
Yep.
Blake and how
Yep.
people do this. Now look.
Oh, I don't know, man. Like again, it's like when you have information about one person and then you get information about the other, and you're kind of like,
It's
that's valid. That's
exhausting,
valid.
bro.
It's like
Yeah.
I'm just not invested anymore.
I'm like, both of you out.
done.
Donk it.
I'm done because it's gone too far. Like
It
it's
has.
literally gotten to the point where it's like divas.
It should be a
It's
private
over.
matter at this point.
Yeah, it should.
Yes, like put it back. Like,
know.
stop releasing
I
statements.
feel
Just
like
deal with
this
it.
is illegal to be reading
And it's
this
funny.
information.
Justin literally is like, take it to court. I want all the documents shown. He literally is so
Period.
confident about his case that he's like, I would love
He
for
gives off
everything to
that,
be
that
leaked.
alpha
He
male
does.
vibe.
He does.
I won't go
He
that
wants it
way.
to all be
cocky,
seen.
That
Yep.
cocky.
He's like, please do.
It's
I would
the
love
hair.
everything.
It's the hair. When you have hair like that,
You be
Give a
acting
fuck.
up.
You be acting a fool.
up.
I would be. If I was a man.
You have
looking
good
like
ass
him,
hair.
Baby, it's fake. You know that. That's a trap.
Wait, no, I was like, yo, good hair. It looks great.
Thank you.
Looks so sickening. That's the trap. You're trying to get me.
It is real, but just
No, it's real, baby. It's all real. Hello, come on.
Last subject.
Oh my God, David Dobrik. Miss David Dobrik. She came back to YouTube for like one video, by the way.
Was the body CGI'd?
wait.
It was not. That was real.
His body
The
reveal.
did you see the body reveal? Did you see that?
Body tea.
But the head is so
I don't know about the face,
Bobblehead.
but the body is giving tea, honey. It's
But the
good.
gag-
It looked like it was AI because he
It
has the
did.
exact same face.
But
and
you know
head
why
he's
it's
always
AI?
had.
Because he's like,
That's literally exactly because he was straining
Like,
so
okay, this is
hard.
the thing.
Bitch, I would be too. My reveal.
He was convulsing.
this is the thing. If I'm gonna show you guys my body that I've been working for,
Let me
you best
tell
believe.
you.
First of all, I would have practiced in the mirror.
I was straight.
100%.
I'm so
Second of all,
happy.
I would have smiled. I would have been like,
Yeah.
Yes,
a little
yes.
prune?
All the blood vessels would be
Prune.
popped in my
honey,
eyes.
he was so excited. He's
Me
like,
too.
he's like, I'm like, ick.
No, it was the ick was fierce.
Immediate
It got me
ick.
too.
Hold on, a year of work, Val. Ick.
Ick.
I'm the
got
first
the
It
comment.
looked crazy. It literally
It
looked like
did
a
look
like a
crazy.
freaking Ken doll, like a Barbie doll.
But
head
honestly,
pop.
like that is such a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
To
Good
do
for
that,
him.
so good for you.
Good for him.
Yeah, I'm happy for his transformation. Good for him in that way. But it is actually like wild to see him. So then he came back and people were
Just
kind of
like
like
this.
gagged.
Jeff watching. Jeff
like,
with
oh,
it.
really?
See that?
No, honestly, I was actually saying something. I actually just saw Tana and Trisha talk about David and him returning and how they were shocked that he didn't get more hate for it because it was
People
during
are
the fires.
so excited for him to be back.
But he's like not back. He literally announced he was like, I'm not actually really coming back. That
Oh,
was
he
just
just
one
did.
off.
What was the point in the
He
one
was like, I might not even upload.
It was for the body reveal.
It was for
It was
the
for
body
the
tea.
body tea.
And for the brand deal, he did.
I was never. I was never in that YouTube era because I was literally like 12.
I literally was like, sure.
Why we talk about this?
Sure, yeah.
I was so young.
Yeah, you're such a BB.
So like I couldn't even watch those videos. They're probably rated R for me at that
No,
point.
yeah, you're TVMA. But I literally like I didn't really watch his vlogs. I was never like a.
So he was a
I
vlogger.
did.
Vlog-
I watched all of
vlogger.
them.
Was
I
it like a
wasn't really
Jake
into
Paul
that.
kind of vibe like
Yeah,
that?
it was similar.
It was like with a friend group.
Crashing
with friends.
cars. all that
Honestly,
stuff.
David did. So I watched them back in the day. I loved them. They were really funny. David did nothing. He just films, holds the camera, and laughs.
So it's like the
his
friends
friends
doing
do
stuff.
everything for the
Wow.
vlogs. Yeah,
It was like a vlog
He
house
was like the
kind of vibe.
mastermind behind it. Also, that came out that he was like a
Like Mr. Beast,
sociopath.
like in the same era as Mr. Beast.
No,
No, because he's like more
different.
now. Even Mr.
Yeah,
Beast is like still
Mr.
in it
Beast.
now.
He
Yeah.
was
Oh, really?
before
Yeah,
Mr.
before.
Beast.
How old is David Dobrik?
Probably like our age.
Yeah, I would think.
Probably
Wow.
his 30s.
Yeah.
He looks
Or like
I'll
late
Google.
20s.
I'll Google.
please. I
late
need to
20s
know.
maybe I would potentially think. But anyway, so he came back. I was actually watching Trisha and Tana, and they were talking about this and how like they were shocked and how it's crazy that like even coming back, no mention
He's
of
28, so he's young.
yeah, late
Wow,
20s.
He's pretty young.
Yeah. No mention about Jeff and his surgeries and how bad.
I need that as a
Yo,
sticker.
That looks like AI.
I want a
doesn't look
sticker on
real
my phone.
at
I know.
all.
Please make
I'll
a
send
sticker.
it. I'll
There
make
was
a
one.
sticker.
There was one shot where he was like talking to Noah Beck, and he was kind of like turning and was bouncing, and I'm like, oh, the body is truly T here. But the flexing was so crazy that
He
it looks
waited a
crazy
year
to me.
to flex.
Yeah, but I was like, no, you need to just not flex, and you look great. Just don't flex.
I want to see a relaxed video.
I
Can
feel
we
like
have that?
I'll
Did
show you,
they
I'll show
sell
you.
Can we request
tantum
it?
from the
They
neck
did, they
down,
did.
but they didn't hit the face, so it looked like the face was detached.
What's it called when they like? It's like those like Olympic like
Listen.
like when they do like the really crazy tan
Oh
on the
yeah,
body.
they did
That's
that.
literally what that was. To
I
make
would
it
do
look
that
more
as
veiny.
well for my reveal,
too.
but you gotta hit the
That's a
face.
You gotta
contour
get
at
the
least.
face.
Because it was like a cutoff. So I was like, oh, because David Dobrik does all these crazy things in vlogs. I was like, oh, he AI'd himself.
No,
See, that looks like AI to me.
that looks like
Laura,
AI to
can
me
you
as
imagine
well.
if it's all a joke?
I'm gonna do that on me.
Let's
I'm gonna
all
AI
do a
myself.
reveal.
Let's do it.
Let's make it.
Let's all get 6 packs.
Okay, fine.
Fine. But no, they were also saying like it's crazy that like everything happening with Jeff too, and like that situation.
Is that court date or something pending still, or
I
did
don't
that
know.
happen?
I think it is pending. I think Jeff wants to go to court with it and wants to make sure it's a thing, and I think it's like
Yeah.
going to happen.
Okay.
But I'm really not sure where that
It's
is. But I
at.
know like obviously Jeff goes through the gigs with his eye and everything happening, and
Yeah.
people still remember everything that happened with that situation, and they blame David obviously. So it's like anytime David does something, it's
Yeah.
like they can't help but bring up the Jeff situation because of how crazy it was, and like you just see David like living his life and like permanently harmed his friend for life. It's
Yeah.
like
Oh,
what do you even do?
That's what.
his
Honestly,
eye,
like
getting surgeries, and his eye just
For
got infected
life.
recently.
all that legal
Or-
drama is so unnecessary because you're just being reckless at that point.
Yeah.
100%.
Like reckless young fun. Like it's
Could
just
have
like.
killed Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Could have killed
But I
somebody.
mean,
But
there's
tries to blame him,
consequences
but tries to
though.
blame
There's
him.
consequences, so it's like now you gotta eat it, even if it's
Yeah.
a later point in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, sure,
from your
like
mistakes.
y'all were all dumb, but like at the end of the day, like someone almost died.
Well, that's crazy. I remember that now they like you talking about it.
I don't understand why David wasn't there for him. Like, David has so much money and resources. It's like this happened on your set.
Think the guilt?
Like, with you driving. Yeah, why wouldn't you be like, holy fuck, like, let me...
It's almost...
I don't think he had it in him. I think he was too mature, to be honest, at the time.
Imagine. He's still 28. Like, you know how much life this man has to live and, like, experience?
You're right. Really
I feel like he wasn't mature. Like,
and if you're not having the right people in your life to guide you and give you advice...
Keep you accountable?
That's the problem.
I know David Dobrik only had yes men around him.
Exactly.
He's literally flexing right now on the internet. Doing? Like, come on.
He's literally like
you're not doing it right.
Flexing at only you can do it well.
I'm done doing it.
Yeah, you're like, I'm done flexing. No, it's crazy. Like, honestly, like I was kind of shocked to see him come back, and I'm curious to see when he would come back again. Like, if it would be more a permanent thing. Like, are you gonna start uploading on YouTube again?
I mean, he's making so much money with David Dobrik's pizza.
Oh, and the Snapchat.
Have you guys tried it? The pizza?
And Snapchat.
I have tried it,
I
actually.
haven't.
I have tried it. It was good.
Tried it.
Mm-hmm. That was good. I went for like a video I had like done with Daniel. Shot one.
Number one hater.
Yeah, and it was like Vista was.
Did Daniel say it was bad in his review?
Yeah, he did.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like, "This is."
I'm expecting it to be bad.
Yeah, like it wasn't like I thought there was like aspects. I was like, "Oh, that was like pretty." It
was a biased review.
I was like, "Oh, it wasn't like that bad." But
you were like, "It's just pizza."
Yeah, I was like,
"Let's go back."
But I thought like, yeah, it was just like we'll see what happens, and I'm really curious to see what transpires from like the case with Jeff, and I really want just want justice for Jeff.
I know.
That's what I want.
I know.
I want justice for the friend. Like, I want the justice for him so bad, and I want him to be like okay, and I want it to not affect his life, and the fact that he's still getting eye surgeries to this day is just like so crazy to me.
Is that?
It's horrible.
That's crazy.
But also, he put himself in that situation.
I know,
right?
And it's
like hanging from a crane to be swung around.
I
do full blame on David.
Yeah, me too.
I know, but I'm saying like you still say yes to
I know that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy alone. It is.
The crazy part too is that they literally had said on the thing is like, and they're like, you're not gonna swing it, right? And he's like, no, and then he swung it.
So what's the point in him being on it if he wasn't gonna swing it?
That's the thing.
Like, what was the video?
It was supposed to be for the shot.
Okay.
But then they ended up spinning it, and that's how he got hurt.
This man probably thinks about that every day.
I heard they spun it as fast as the machine would go. Mm-hmm. That's what I heard. That David
launched off.
This is alleged,
just for the giggle.
I heard that David had it going as fast
so
as
evil.
he could. I know.
That's why people are like. That's why people think it's crazy.
Yeah, that's why.
So that was our last topic, though.
And that's it.
For full coverage.
We did.
What'd you think?
Honestly, it was tea.
It was tea, right? It's a kiki. It's like a chill. It's not bad.
I love it.
It's not bad at all. It's like not spooky.
It was
like
very PG-13.
Right. I mean, baby, this is a pod. Like, this isn't a pod after dark.
It was so much fun. Wait, what'd you say?
It's not pod after dark.
Wait, if you do it, can I be a guest?
Yeah, you're like, can I do that too? Can I do that too?
Guns blazing.
No, it was great. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you guys follow Val. We will have all of her information in the description.
She's great. She's funny. She's pretty.
All the qualities.
She's everything that you can need in an influencer.
Everything you can need.
Thank you guys for having me.
Of course, we love you.
Love you guys.
And we love you guys. And we'll see you guys in our next episode.
Bye.
Pluto TV is the place for movie fans like me.
And TV fans like me.
They've got something for everyone. And it's totally free.
You can binge laugh-out-loud sitcoms like Frasier.
And rewatch cult classics like Higher Learning.
Whether you're in the mood to solve a little crime before bedtime with NCIS or Tracker.
Or curl up with a surefire hit like Forrest Gump.
Run, Forrest! Pluto TV has thousands of movies and shows, all for free.
Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.